Today we're going to talk about Brandon Cronenberg's new film, Possessor. So let's get started. Possessor follows an agent who works for a secretive organization that uses brain implant technology to inhabit others' bodies, ultimately driving them to commit assassinations for high-paying clients. Welcome to another Halloween special. This is, I don't know, I've lost count of how many years I've done a Halloween special, but instead of 13 days of Halloween, we're just going to be doing a Halloween special so I can fill a bunch of Halloween type videos for you guys for the month of October. Whenever you see this background, it's going to be a Halloween special for you guys. I'm so excited to talk about Possessor, which is directed by Brandon Cronenberg, who is the son of David Cronenberg, who has directed such films as The Fly, The Dead Zone, Videodrome, Scanners, Shivers, a director that has crafted the horror genre and a lot of body horror and a lot of blood. I've only seen a couple of his films, but going into Possessor, I had one clear mindset. Everybody I talked to who saw this film, all the reviews I've read, all the trailers and the poster, it was going to be a bloodbath. It was going to be a disturbing, violent, gory film that would completely just shock you and send shivers down your spine and really be a horrific nightmare. And yeah, Possessor is very much like that. But I feel like I've seen more violent films than this. Not to disregard the fact that it is a violent, bloody film, because there are times within this movie that I got a little squirmish, and there was just buckets of blood and violent sequences and things happening to people that made you question why people make films like this. But Possessor is not one of the most violent films I have ever seen. But it is a bloodbath of a movie. If you are for the faint of heart, I would not recommend seeing this movie. And sometimes with horror films that offer a lot of blood and a lot of violent sequences, you wonder, does it really serve a purpose? Does it have a reason for being here? And for this movie, I think it does. At its core, I really enjoyed the story of this woman who can put her conscience inside another person to carry out these assassinations for high-paying clients. It's a premise story that we have seen before. It's nothing new, but what makes it so fresh and unique is definitely that violence and also this techno style of directing that makes the film just very quickly paced, very, I don't want to use the word upbeat, but very just like in your face, very energetic, bright, flashing moments. They're all within this movie, and it stands out from other films that are very similar to this premise. And so we have this woman who can put her mind into another person, and the person that she is in, it's not really much of a spoiler because it's all over like the internet and trailers and whatnot, so you don't want to be spoiled for it. The person she starts to enter, he starts to fight back, and in order for her to get back into her mind, she has to kill the person that she is in. But he starts to fight back. It starts to be a clash between the man and the woman fighting for the body. So a lot of unique sequences regarding that. They're very flashy, and the battle between them, I think, offered a lot of stunning visuals for those moments. What I was really impressed with was how the actor Christopher Abbott, who played Colin Tate in the movie, he was the person that this assassin, Tessa Voss, she wanted to enter his mind. And once Colin started to fight back, his performance became a mixture of Colin trying to fight for his survival, also with Tessa trying to end the life. And so there's a lot of little small moments to where you could see that he's trying to play two different characters at once. little smirks, little moments with he's twitching his head, little body movements. Moments like that really impressed me with the acting, because Christopher Abbott has to play essentially two different characters. He has to play Colin, but he also has to play Teysa within the mind of Colin. So it's all kind of just very trippy, and I really like the performance in here. I thought it was really good. This is a very stylish film. There's a lot of bright, flashy sequences. David Cronenberg has directed a film before, Antiviral, just many years ago. And I can see what he is doing when it comes to trying to film movies like his father, because his father very much has a style of directing, much like his son. And so I don't want to say he's trying to piggyback off of his father, but he does create a really techno, really fastly paced, very violent film that really got to me. You know, honestly, I was expecting a little more violence and a little more blood and a little more gore within the movie, but what we did get made me shiver a little bit and pause and kind of walk around and come back to the movie. But they all serve its purpose. The violence is there to further the story. Anything that is pretty much happening is Teysa's mission, and she has to fulfill her job of assassinating people for a high-paying client. So it's her way of trying to do her job, I guess. So the violence in here definitely does work, and it's very pretty gross at times. But Possessor is easily the most bloody film I have seen this year. It's a really good horror film with a lot of great directing, utilizing the characters and the story to its advantage. It's a movie that if you don't like to see violent sequences and you could barely watch an R-rated film, I would not recommend checking this film out. I'm going to go ahead and give Possessor a B+. Thank you guys for checking out another Halloween special video. Stay tuned for more Halloween type videos coming this month. And you guys stay spooky, YouTube.